All right, guys. Well, we are live and let's see, Thursday. Happy Thursday morning. Welcome to this morning coaching Zoom for the BIT group. As you all know, some mornings I get inspired. I'm like, okay, yeah, I got some things that I want to say to the team. And so I was feeling, guys, do me a favor, make sure you stay on mute until I'm going to mute everybody. Okay. When I open it up, then you can unmute individually. So I felt inspired this morning that there were several things that I wanted to get you guys real good and clear on in order to help you to be successful in your network marketing business here and in life. So a lot of this is going to lean toward personal development, but it's also going to be, I really want you all to understand like the psychology behind people and human behavior, because whether you're dealing with customers or whether you're dealing with prospects who will join you in the business, or even dealing with yourself, you're dealing with people. And so one of the best skills to truly learn are people skills, what makes us do what we do. And it really all does start with us, because your success here is not dependent on Lurralife. It's truly depending on all of us. It's like Lurralife has to have some things right. So let's say if it was on a large side, 30% Lurralife had to be doing right. 80% is you. 70% is you. 70% is me. Lurralife has to make sure they have a great product. They got to make sure that they get the products to the consumer, and they have to make sure that they pay us. Those are the main things they have to have right. Now, there are other things that we want them to have right more than that, like customer service and communication and other things that would be good. But I'm saying the main thing that has to be right for us to monetize and make money is a product that works, getting the product to the consumer, and us getting paid on time. Everything else is you. You got to look in the mirror. So the success or lack thereof all comes back to that man or woman in the mirror. So here's where it all starts. Okay. So if there's any time that you see people who have joined the business and then all of a sudden you don't see them anymore, and you're like, oh, what happened to so and so? Chances are that that person is no longer active, or maybe the reason why they were so excited and fired up in the beginning, now you don't hear from them. Typically, that is a personal development issue. One issue could be that they don't know how to work through distractions, okay? And when I'm telling you this, I'm telling you this for yourself, but also as a team leader, because you got to understand what is common to man and what happens. We're living on the earth. On this journey, there are issues that we have to deal with. Am I right? Right? I mean, everything from health challenges to divorces to relationship problems to money problems to cars breaking down to, I mean, just there's so many different things that people are dealing with on their journeys. Those things do not stop because you sign up in a business. So how do you and how does your team effectively build a business through distractions? So one of the things you got to do is you got to teach your people how to deal with distractions. And first of all, know that you don't just work your business when everything is right. I mean, you'll never reach your goals if you're just working your business when everything is right. Come on now, it's got to be reality. You got to be the type of person that can keep going through the storm. You know that post that talks about learning to dance in the storm. That's the kind of person you got to be, because I promise you, oh my God, if I stopped doing my business because something in my life wasn't going right, I wouldn't be where I am today. Don't you dare stop. If you play that start and stop game, you'll never succeed. You'll never get to where you want to go. So you've got to determine now that nothing can hold you back. Nothing is going to keep you down. No distraction, no obstacle, no bump in the road. You're a champion. You're a winner. You're big enough and you're strong enough, and you're going to keep pushing through. You got to know what's going to happen if you stop. You're going to delay your success. You're going to delay your money. You got to start all over again. You got to get momentum up again. Why would you want to do that to yourself? We sabotage our own success, and you've got to stop. So you got to figure out on the other end, what does it look like to be that big enough person where you are saying to problems, you can't hold me down. Where you are saying to no's, I'm still going to win anyway. When you are saying to problems and challenges and naysayers and dream stealers and your own negative self-talk that may be holding you back and causing doubts in your mind, you got to face up to those fears and that negativity and keep pushing through and win through all of that. So I'm teaching you this because mindset is everything. But you got to deal with your own mindset and your own inner man and all these things for yourself. Then you've got to know what's happening in other people's lives of your team and help to gear them in the right direction, because people don't know how to think until they're taught how to think. And so it's our thinking that gets to the results. Most people don't really know how to think. Most people will sign up in a business, and then if something happens like their car breaks down, or something happens like something's going on with their child and they're depressed, the natural thing for most people to do is to stop. That's just what the average person does. But if you do what the average person does, you're going to get what the average person wants, and that is being broke, busted, and disgusted in poor health. So you can't go the way of the masses. You gotta go the way of the elite, of the 2%ers, of the champions. Okay? So you gotta learn to hold yourself accountable to thinking right. And then you gotta teach your team to think right. Sometimes if you got a person that says, oh, listen, I just had to take a break because this, and this was happening. Well, let me ask you this. You had told me originally that you wanted to make an extra $5,000 a month. Do you still want to make that? Oh, yeah, I do. Well, then you don't stop. There may be times where you slow down, but don't ever stop. Y'all know the momentum that it takes to restart again? And here's another thing you got to understand. In network marketing, on average, it's a 3 to 5 year plan, okay? 36 to 60 months. That's just what it is. You can look at that chart and you can see how in 12 weeks you can be financially free. But because people have so much negativity to get over, they got so much new thinking to learn how to do, they got so many things that are holding them back and causing them to be stuck, most people aren't going to do what it takes to do to get financially free in 12 weeks. They're just not going to do it. So it can absolutely be done. The numbers don't lie, but on average, it's a 3 to 5 year plan if you keep going. Okay? If you are consistent, 3 to 5 year plan to some significant income. I mean, you can make money all along the way. You can get to the car bonus quickly and sell a lot of product and, make $500,000, but I'm talking about to get to the money that you all, thousands of dollars. So let's say, for example, there's somebody on the team or yourself who has an opportunity to have a traditional business. And they're like, well, this traditional business right now is going to pay me from the start. Maybe it's going to pay them $2,000 a month. Okay. And now it's like a job. They got to get up. They got to go out somewhere. They got rent to pay, and they have payroll, and they have employees, and they have a light bill. So all those expenses which take away from your actual profit. So they said, well, let me get this going. You know, I'm going to focus on this other business right here. And then they are leaving behind the residual income. What I want you all to see is this. Since this is a 3 to 5 year plan, what you want to do is you want to build up your network marketing business on the side of what you're currently doing. It's not like either or. Well, do I do my network marketing business or do I work my job? Network marketing doesn't pay you like a job in the beginning. You know, it's not about exchanging time for dollars. In the beginning in network marketing, so in a job, you know, you work for an hour, you get paid your $15. You work for 2 hours and you've made $30. It's not like that in business. It's not like that in network marketing. In the beginning, you may work. You put in a lot more work than you're getting paid for on the other end, typically in the beginning. But you're planting those seeds for a future harvest because you're setting up a residual income. You're putting a business in place so that you are being paid and you don't have to work. So that you are working, but you're getting paid, get paid. So you got to understand the psychology of network marketing, psychology of business. In the beginning, when you're getting things set up, you're putting out a lot of more effort than you're getting paid for. But you're building a business of leverage. You're building a team. So now that you're getting paid from the efforts of other people. So now it's just not about what you are selling. You can only sell so much product yourself. Network marketing allows you to leverage the efforts of other people. This is how the rich get rich. So I'm gonna have the exact numbers for you all later. I have them written down somewhere else. But let's say you wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month. You would have to have in a bank to equal $1,000 in residual income. You would have to have over $1 million accumulated sitting in a savings account to pay you $1,000 a month in income. Now, let me ask you all this. Diana, what's easier to do, you think, for you to build up and earn $1 million and put that into the bank to pay you $1,000 a month? Or do you think it would be easier to make $1,000 a month in your network marketing business? So which one do you think would be easier, Diana?
The first one you said.
To earn $1 million or to earn $1,000?
To earn $1 million and let it build up.
Well, let me give you the answer because I don't think you understood my question.
Okay.
All right. It's a lot harder for you to earn and save $1 million.
Oh, yeah,
and put that in the bank so that $1 million can be earning you interest and pay you $1,000 than it is to get serious and focus on your Lurralife business and make $1,000 a month in residual income. You could build up and make $1,000 a month in residual income long term if you're focused 12 months, okay? I mean, some people can do a lot faster than that, but let's say you're new, you don't know. Let's say if it took you a year, okay? Even 2. When we think about earning $1 million, come on, y'all. Most people work 40 years and don't have $1 million.
Right.
They would have earned $1 million because if you just make $25,000 a year times 40 years, you would have made $1 million. But nobody has any of that to show for it. And when you're talking about investments paying you a monthly income, you would have to have over $1 million that you would have worked hard for some kind of way, gotten saved, then put it in the vehicle to get paid $1,000. Where you could start now, work this business, have a goal, have a plan, be consistent, and by the end of the year or before, have yourself $1,000 a month coming in. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's so much better to put your effort. It's like, what are your options? So my point is, time is going to pass anyway. 2 years are going to come, 3 years are going to come, 5 years is going to come. Stay consistent in your business for however long that it takes. Do the right things long enough without stopping and starting. Because when you stop and start, oh my God, we talked about the delays that you're putting on your success. And remember, we talked about doing the right things for a long period of time. Because when you do the right things for a short period of time, you won't find success. When you're doing the wrong things for a long period of time, you won't find success. You've got to be doing the right things for a long period of time. Understand, you can't play with this. You got to be real and understand what you're doing. Some people just want to make a little extra money and it's fine, selling some product here and there. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what their goal is. But if you really want to do something significant, truly, y'all got to understand, an extra $500 a month in residual income that comes to you every month, that's huge. That's like having truly $1 million in the bank. So go ahead and put the efforts into your business and build that up. But it doesn't happen by osmosis. That's what I want you ladies and guys who are on here to understand. You are business people. And so many times, because you may have only paid $100 or you're spending $100 a month for your business, you're not really treating it like a business. It's just like whatever, a hobby or one of those things. But come on, you got to treat this like Jeff Bezos treats Amazon. You got to treat this like Bill Gates treats his business. You got to sit down and you got to set goals. You got to figure out where you want to be in the period of time that you want to be there in. And what are you going to be doing to get there? Y'all guys got what I'm saying? So this is serious. This is business here. Stop playing around with it. In order for it to pay you like a business, you got to treat it like one. Faith, I see your hand up. I'm gonna get you in a moment. So understand, even if it's a 3 to 5 year plan, you don't ever have to give it up to do something else. You keep doing it on the side. People who take on a network marketing business, they don't say, well, they shouldn't say, all right, I'm gonna quit my job and do this network marketing business. No, that would not be smart. You build up. This is what my mother did, because y'all know I'm a second generation networker. When my mother started in network marketing, she was a school teacher. 9 to 5, she made a living. After 5, she worked on her fortune. Remember that. 9 to 5, you make a living. After 5, you get rich if you have a job. So she couldn't do nothing for her business during the day because she was teaching, okay? She had to do what she had to do in the school system. But after she got off of work, in the evening, that's when she would do her business part-time. Now, back then, she was doing a network marketing business that was insurance, which there was no internet and you could not do it from home. Whether it was cold, raining, sleet, snow, you had to get in your car in the evening, drive however far you had to drive, an hour, 45 minutes, whatever, and go to meet with people across their kitchen table. If you were tired, you had to do it. If the weather was bad, you still had to do it, okay? After having worked all day. There was no email. That was nothing you could sell over the phone. So 9 to 5, you make a living. After 5, you get rich. Now here we are, 30 years later. We have the internet. We don't have to go and meet with people if we don't want to. Our product, we can sell it anywhere around the world, here, at home, and you can get paid. What excuse do we have? None. There's no excuse. Zero, as Karen said, 0 excuses. You can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. So that's what my mother did for 3 years. But she was consistent at it. She worked at it almost 5 days a week she was out there in the field. When 3 years came, it took 3 years. After 3 years, she was at an income of $85,000 a year, which was more than she was making on her teaching job. So she didn't quit as soon as she met her income, because that's not smart, especially when you're still trying to figure out what you're doing. She got to an income that was almost triple what she was making on her job, and then that gave her options. What do I want to do? Then she decided to go full time. Then when she had that, so she had that stability of about $85,000 a year, went full time, then the next year made over $100,000. So it took her about 4 years to get to over $100,000, okay? But that was paying a price, that was sacrificing, that was living by this motto, which my parents always taught me, Bunmi, convenience and greatness don't mix. Convenience and greatness don't mix. Now you got to decide whether you want to be great or not. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be. Maybe you want to be mediocre. Maybe you want to be average. That's up to you. That's your choice. But if you say, no, I want to do something great. I want to make an impact. I want to help lots of people. Then if you want to be great, things aren't always going to be convenient. Most times they're not going to be convenient. It's not going to be easy. But as Jim Rohn says, don't wish that it were easier. Wish that you were better and know that it will be worth it. So that you getting better part is that personal development. You got to work on you. You got to work on your thinking. You got to work on your mindset, because we cannot play the victim role. Anything and everything that is showing up in our lives, we are calling it forth. Whether you're in lack, in limitation, or whether you are in profit, in prosperity, you are creating it. So you, first of all, you got to own that. Whatever's going on in your life right now, you got to own it. And if it's something that you don't like, you've got the responsibility to change it. And so all of us are attracting to us all of our life situations and circumstances, everything that's going on in our business, we are attracting it by the vibration that we are offering up. So I put out a post yesterday about, what are you offering up? What are you offering up to the universe? What is that vibration that you are emitting? Because whatever it is that you are emitting, you're going to get that back. And again, being our own worst enemy, guys. If you say, oh, I want to be a six-figure income earner, and then in your next breath, you're saying, I'm so broke. Well, you just canceled out everything that you had started on the path to create. We are our own worst enemies by the things that we say. We build the house that we live in with the words that we choose, with the thoughts that we think. And so as soon as you say, I'm so excited and grateful, I know I'm going to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a six-figure earner. I'm going to be a six-figure earner. You write that goal down. Something starts happening in the universe where the universe says, your wish is my command. And things start happening in the ethereal, in the spiritual realm to start. In fact, not even to start working on it, because it's already done. All possibilities already exist and it's already done. So if you say, this is my goal, this is my objective, then it's already done for the Lord. Guys, got what I'm saying? But then, so let's say God says, okay, bam, it's set up. Now it is you who have to bring in the physical manifestation of that. But if God says, okay, it's done, and then you start talking about how broke you are, now you've just set up a resistance to what you said you want. You set up all kinds of delays. It just doesn't make sense. I'm a six-figure earner. Oh, I'm broke. So you got to watch that. What you immediately have to do, once you figure out what it is that you want, You have got to get yourself in the feeling of yourself in possession of that good, okay? I am telling you how you attract those things to you that you want. It don't matter if it's this business. It doesn't matter if it's a spouse. You can't bring that loved one into your space if you're always feeling lonely. Because if you're always feeling lonely, then you're emitting that feeling out to the universe, and the universe is saying your wish is my command. Oh, you're feeling lonely? Okay, I'm going to give you what more you're feeling. So you've got to learn how to see yourself already in possession of that good and feel yourself in it. We are vibrational beings. You right now are emitting a frequency that can be measured, that's going out into the world. You have a frequency that you're living by, and this frequency is going out into the universe. And you are attracting the people, the situations, the circumstances, all things to you based on what it is that you are putting out. So that's why I need you guys to get clear. What is it that you're offering up by the words that you are saying, by the thoughts that you are thinking, by your beliefs, because it is your belief that creates the fact. So what I am teaching you right now, it is not a philosophy, like, because you're living by it even if you don't know it. But you've got to be intentional in understanding these principles and creating the good out of it for yourself. Because God is no respecter of persons. You don't have to be a Christian to be rich. You can be a Christian and you can be broke. So we can't even sit here and say, oh, you got to love Jesus and he going to take care of everything. It don't work like that. There are plenty of people who don't believe the way you believe in your religion and who are more well off and happier than you. Okay? So it all works for humans. These are universal laws and principles, not religious laws and principles. They're universal. This is the way God created the world, this universe. So you've got to learn the universal laws and you have to work them. And they will work for whoever works them. Man, woman, boy, girl, it doesn't matter. Black, white, Filipino, Korean, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are. You got to learn the universal laws and principles and you have to work them. And if you work them, they will work for you because you're living by them anyway. Just a lot of people aren't intentional in using God's universal laws and principles to create the life of their dreams. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to just go through life and whatever happens, happens. You want to know what, wait a minute, I've got the power. I've got the power to decide how healthy or not healthy I'm going to be. I got the power to choose the relationships that I want to attract. I've got the power to determine my financial abundance. So you've got to walk in this power every single day. So it's not enough to know this information. You must do something with it. That's why it's very important to every day get your day started with personal development where you get quiet. And in your prayer time, there's nothing better to do than to, first of all, start with connecting with Source. Understanding that his power is in you. You are one with the one who creates worlds. And know that this power flows to you and through you. But you've got to work with the power. You got to work with the power. So you've got to get quiet. You got to meditate. You've got to get in harmony with the good that you desire. You got to feel yourself already in possession with the money. You got to feel yourself already with that winning team. You got to feel and see yourself already as a leader. You got to, if you want to be a speaker, you got to see and feel yourself on stage speaking and empowering the audience. If it's about more freedom and free time and less stress, you got to see and feel how good that feels and learn how to hold on to that. You got to hold on to that. And you've got to know that you know that you know what you want wants you. So if you keep reminding yourself through this, like it's exciting throughout the day, you say, you know what I want wants me. As I'm moving closer to my goal is moving closer to me. Oh, shucks, my $100,000 is on the way. It's moving closer to me. Oh, man, I'm putting out the efforts. I'm sowing the seeds. Man, what I want is showing up in my space, and it feels so good. You got to talk to yourself like that. You got to keep yourself in the right energy. Energy is everything. You got to keep yourself in the right energy. Got to keep yourself in that right vibration, okay? And so I want you guys to understand that it's not in the knowing. You can know this all day long, and this is not the first time that you all have ever heard this information. If y'all were in a personal development call, you heard it every day, 3 days a week, okay? But it's not in the knowing, it's in the doing. So what I'm saying now is something that you all need to make sure that you start doing every day. That you are taking time to get quiet, to connect with God, to say your affirmations and affirm and declare those things you want for your life. Then to visualize it, because everything starts in the mind, in the mind's eye. You got to hold on to that image, okay? You got to create the image. What does it look like to be financially free? What does it look like to travel first class? What does it look like to have a team of 2,000? What does it look like to have $10,000 a month into your bank account? And then you got to get into, what does it feel like? Now the secret is in the feeling. What does it feel like to every week on a Wednesday to look and you've got an extra $2,000 a week in your e-wallet showing up? What does it look like to be able to go to the store and just like, oh, this is a sharp suit. You know what? I'm just buying this suit for $250 and it doesn't faze you, okay? So remember, you got to get your prayer, your affirmations, your visualization, get into the feeling, because you got to hold on to that feeling. Your feeling frequency emits a vibe, your vibration literally is coming out from you. Okay? So when you hear like people say positive vibes only, when you can, sometimes people say, oh, that person, I don't like the vibe they're giving out. Vibe is short for vibration. We are vibrational beings. We are all vibrating at some level. And it is the signal. Like you are literally a broadcasting station. And it is what you are broadcasting out that determines what is connecting with those signals and being pulled back in. So if there are some things that are going on right now that are manifesting in your life that you would rather have, that is not congenial, that is not harmonious, that doesn't feel good, there's some shifts and changes that you need to make. Figure out what that is. Maybe you got to do more thinking about what you've been thinking about. Maybe on one hand you're saying, oh yeah, I want this kind of money, but you've been talking about how broke you are. You've been talking about how nobody wants to join, it's hard to get people to buy. You better start saying, oh, it's easy to gain customers. It's easy to sign up. It's easy for people to, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, customers are coming to me. Literally, as soon, not as soon, but a couple weeks after I start saying that, literally, I don't go a day without customers coming to me. And so I'm teaching you all several things. One, I'm teaching you all how to start with working in the spiritual realm, right? Start speaking it, seeing it, saying it, feeling it. But then you got to take the actions, right? Our results come from the actions. So you've got to learn to market. You got to consistently put out the post and give the value and inspire the people. So like last night's customer, he came because he saw my story. On my story, I had a post that said, who wants to lose belly fat by December? And he said, I do. So it showed up in my messenger. So I said, hey, I think it was his name, Felix, something like, hey, Felix, awesome. I know a lot of people are looking to lose belly fat before the holidays. I left this in an audio clip. I said, hey, let's talk. I can help. What's your number? And I'm going to send you mine too. So he sent me his number. I called. I'm in the car while I'm doing this. So I called him and I started talking to him and he says, yes. Oh, this is what I did next. Remember, facts tell, but stories sell. So I sent him a before and after picture of a guy, since he's a guy, showing his testimony of, in 1 week, how his stomach has come down. So a picture is worth 1,000 words. When he saw that picture, he was like, oh, okay, how much is it? That's what I want to happen for me. So you got to understand, like, you got to be putting out the testimonies. If you see before and after pictures, capture them, save them to your phone, use them to inspire your customers. When people see these pictures, that'll move them. Okay? And so, took his credit card over the phone, bam, got a customer like that. Now, so here again, we're incorporating two things. We got the spiritual work going on, how you're operating your business in the unseen. But then you got to do things in the physical manifestation, do things as well as take the actions. So I need to see, you guys got to be consistently giving value, consistently growing your audience, consistently marketing, consistently connecting with people. And when you put these two things together, I'm telling you, you guys are going to see some much greater results in your business. And when you apply it to whatever area of your life you apply it to, in the area of your life as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the call for, I know Faith has her hand raised. So you can unmute if you have any questions, comments, or feedback on what was shared this morning.
Yeah, that was very inspirational. This is Carl. I'm probably the
Carl.
only guy on the phone right now. If you could, once we're done, if you can forward me a copy of this, I'd like to show my wife and let her listen in to some of the inspiration that you talk about. I know it's a lot of women on the line. My wife is, she likes products, but she don't like to go out and promote products. So if I can get her behind me a little bit more, be a little bit easier, because she have a lot of female friends that could use the services, that need to lose the belly fat. The holiday season is coming up, so people gonna put on more weight with the cooking. So yeah, I'm like to get a copy of this if you could.
Sure, I will upload this to YouTube and send out the YouTube link.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else? Unmute you so we can hear you.
Bunmi, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, this was really good. I took notes, and I'm doing the personal development in the morning. I'm making my calls. I'm connecting. I am doing the things that you're saying, and I do catch myself when I say things like, I don't even have the money to do that. But I catch myself and cancel, and I start my day off saying everything is good is going to come my way. I want to get clients and customers easily and free and effortlessly, and I do things like that. But this was an awesome call. I'm at work, but I'm doing the necessary things. Just because I'm at work, I still can pick up the phone, and I still can listen, and I still can, do this. So I really appreciate you, and this was good for me. I can't wait for the YouTube thing so I can hear it again. Thanks so much. Okay.
You're welcome. Appreciate you. Your sacrifice of being on even while at work. And guys, you heard what Teresa was saying. She's thinking about what she's thinking about. She's capturing those words. If she says something that's not in her favor, she's casting that down and picking a new and better thought, which is definitely what we should be doing. And so what I would do too, if you say something, you say, oh man, I don't even have the money for that. And you say, wait a minute, I should have said that. Now on the other end, you pick a different phrase, and I would repeat it several times. You know what? I'm so grateful, happy and grateful that I got the money to pay for anything that I want to do, be, and have. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've got the financial freedom to do, be, and have all my heart's desires. And you say it several times, and you say it with passion and feeling, so you can make sure you're not just saying, because it's not just the words, but it's the feeling behind the words that makes the difference. It's that repetition and creating a new frequency that you're living by and emitting. So thank you, Teresa. Hey, Cass, I see you. Sandra?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, awesome. Great morning, everybody. Awesome, awesome training, Bunmi. Thank you so much. I am doing all the things, of course, you already know that you're telling us to do, but not consistently. That is what I'm still working on, being more consistent, because life distractions are always going to be there. So we have to learn how to.
Uh-oh, she got cut off. I'm sure she'll come back on. Oh, there she is. You got cut off, now you're muted.
Okay.
There you go.
We gotta, so yeah, distractions are always gonna be there. We just gotta learn how to push our way through them. And I'm so proud of Teresa, because I've seen her growth, and I know a lot of it comes from the same place a lot of mine came from, starting with you and your personal development calls and courses. And then when you stopped it, I kept on seeking more knowledge, more personal development, because I knew I still needed more, and I attracted it. And this is what I attracted, the keys to everything. And I'm still using it. Even though I'm a master life coach, I am still coaching myself. I am still using it. And it is making a tremendous difference in my life. But this is really awesome training, and I lost the original thought of what I came on here to say, because that wasn't quite it, but I'm sure it will come back to me. But oh, I wanted to speak about what Teresa said. Yes, cancel, no effect. I have talked to so many people that feel like they're not getting anywhere, they're not growing, they're wasting their time, whether it's reading or listening to the calls and all that, because they still have negative things coming up in their life, and they still have negative thoughts. And I just want people to know that some things are always going to be there. Distractions are always going to be there. Negative thoughts are always going to come into your mind. But you have to, like Teresa said, push them out. Cancel, no effect, and then replace it immediately with a positive thought. So you can't stop things from happening. You just got to learn how to be in control of how they affect you. Thank you, Bunmi.
Awesome. Thank you, Cass. Definitely, guys, y'all want to learn about the keys to everything course. If you don't know about it, you want to get in on that. I ain't going to even get into it. Them just say it is powerful. You want to apply that to your life. And personal development is a lifelong pursuit. It's never like, ooh, okay, I've arrived now. No. Even all personal development teachers and gurus, they know that it's something, because we can always get better. We can always grow. There's no end to how expansive that we can become. So personal development is something that we must all work on every single day and make it a part of who we are in our life and what we do. And so, get yourself a regimen. Here's something else. Y'all want to know something that's real powerful? Let me just say this. So we are all, this is the bottom line, we are all operating. You can't hear? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Cass? Okay, because
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, we are all operating by a program. Okay, just like your computer runs on Windows 10, Windows 8, maybe your phone, Samsung 8. We are all operating by a program. And so all the things that you do, the habits that you have, are programmed into you. And you can't operate outside of your program. It's like if your computer's programmed for Windows 10, right? It's not going to do the things that the XP will do. So what you have to do is if you don't like what's showing up in your life, you've got to change the program. You've got to uninstall the operating system that's in there now that's causing all the bad, icky stuff to show up. And you've got to install a new and better program. This would be you intentionally programming your own self at the subconscious level. This is what you must do. So you've got to understand, oh, this is why I'm always having these problems. This is why people are always using me. This is why I'm always, feel like I'm a victim. This is why all these things I'm always, running out of money. Because this is the program. It came from years and years and years from your parents, from church, from people, from the TV, just from environment. This operating system was installed on you, and now you're living by it. So the only person that can change it now is you, okay? So if you want to change what you're receiving, you gotta change who you are. We cannot become who we want by remaining who we are. Literally, you've got to become someone new. Do y'all hear me? You've got to become someone new, because the current you is getting you the results that you have. So if you don't want those, if you want different results, you got to be a different you. So, and only you can change you. So, okay, you got to be I got to change this operating system. I got to reprogram myself. It may mean you finding some things on YouTube, literally putting an earphone in your ear at nighttime. So while you're sleeping, you can have these good things. It could be an affirmation video. It could be some things from Dr. Joe Dispenza, whatever, that you are getting into your subconscious at night while you sleep. Some people say they can't do that. I know it worked for me. I did it for years. My mother would say, that's not healthy. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be listening while you sleep. I knew what I was doing. She wasn't going to stop me. I was becoming somebody new. I was implanting the things inside of me that I needed to install the beliefs and operating system in me to become who I wanted to be. I didn't want to struggle anymore. I didn't want to always be trying to just getting to the end of the month and maybe having enough but not having the overflow. It feels so good to have money coming in, and I don't even need the money. It just can sit there and accumulate. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't my story always. I had to install some beliefs and the new systems in me to have those beliefs to get to this point. So I need all of you all to become somebody new, whatever that takes. You may have to cut off the TV. You may have to change churches. You may have to get rid of some friends. You may have to cut some people off. You may have to intentionally get some new people in your life. You may have to listen to some programming at night while you're asleep. You may have to listen to programming all throughout the day, 24 hours, have some good stuff, some Les Brown, some Jim Rohn, some Bob Proctor, some Esther Hicks playing in your background all day. Well, I don't know what it's going to take for you, but this is your life. It's nobody else's. What you make of it is up to you. And most of us, we can count the years, and we know if we get to 120, we don't have probably more than 50 left. What are you going to do with the 50? You guys got it? So it starts now. It starts now. Hey, anybody else before we go?
This is Diana.
Hey, go ahead, Diana.
I just want to say I appreciate this coaching, and it's almost just like when you plant a seed, you have to wait for that seed to grow. It's not like it's going to grow overnight. So I'm going to do everything I got to do, and I'm not going to quit. And a few months, a year, none of that. And I'm looking to be at 6 figures before a year. So I know I got a lot of work to do, but I'm going to do it.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Stick and stay to get your pay. Stay close to the fire. Get the training. 2 types of training you all need. You need mindset and skill set. Mindset and skill set. So we've been talking about mindset. But then you also got to learn how to talk to people, how to overcome objections, how to market, how to promote, how to build up an income online. It takes time. Just give it enough time and you will be successful. All righty.
Bunmi, I just want to jump in and say thank you also. I was the type of person that didn't believe in mindset, okay, until I started a few months ago. And then I realized, yes, I do need a change of mind. And if anybody thinks that they don't need it, they're fooling themselves. Because I found out, I never liked negativity, but then I found out there were some negative things in me.
That's good.
You can only find that out if you seek to change your mindset. Back to you, Bunmi.
That's good. That's awesome. To thine own self be true. We got to look at that person. What am I doing to create this? You are creating what you are getting, not anybody else. That's awesome. Thank you.
Hello, Bunmi.
Self-discovery. Yes. Hey, Jonetta.
Hi. I just want to say thank you so much for this morning coaching, because this week has been a bit of a challenge for me, only for personal reasons. So I really want to thank you for this, because it's really helping me to refocus, to get back on track and do what I need to do, you know.
Good.
So thank you.
Wonderful. It is
Thank you, Bunmi.
pleasure. Who's that?
Faith.
Faith. Oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. Is there anything you wanted to share? I know you had your hand up.
No, that was a mistake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just listening, yeah.
Well, thank you to you, and you're
Great
welcome for
meeting.
both you and Jonetta. Getting back to those distractions, guys, I'm telling you, that's one of the biggest things that people have to learn how to keep on going despite. I mean, don't think that things don't happen for me. Through this business, I've gone through a divorce. Nobody would have known it, if I didn't say anything. Through this time, I've had issues with my kids. I'm like, what? You really doing this? I'm going through some things now. But you can't let that slow you down. You can't let that stop you. It has to fuel you to keep going and to get better and press through and to be that champion, to rise up on top of those things that may be trying to push you down. So don't let those distractions delay you. Hold on. All righty. Anybody else before we go?
Good morning, Bunmi. This is Coach Donita Williams chiming in from Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Good morning.
I want to say thank you so much for this morning's coaching and training and mentoring. It is so greatly needed to reiterate who we are inside, so we can start doing what we want to do and not struggle from day to day. Even though we have issues, I know I have issues on a daily basis. I have 3 children, and now I have a new car, and it's like, okay, guys, I need to focus on my business. And they like pulling me here, pulling me there, but I'm still staying focused because my goals is more important for them.
Yes.
They're distracting me, They don't like to promote the business, but however, they they can't stop my dreams and goals, because I know what I'm doing is going to filter in a greater wealth later in life for them. And having that coaching aspect coming from you this morning is just like, okay, back on fire again, even though I'm fired every day. But some people say, don't get hyped, right? And I'm like, why don't we get hyped? Because that's energy, it brings you fire, and it takes your belief level to what you're doing back to the next level. And it's like, when you elevate your inner spirit of joy, happiness, and excitement, it makes your business feel so much better and easier to work. And I would love to have like another session with you on Facebook. So we can I want to take my business to the next level. So I want to thank you for this morning. I want to thank you for your energy. I want to thank you for your time. And I want to thank you for your prayers. So guys, let's go to the next level together.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. I love it. Well, we're going to end with Coach Donita. And on that note, guys, let's make sure we pray for one another. Prayer changes things. Let's pray for one another as we're praying for our own businesses. We're going to pray for the big group collectively. That is a great idea. Yes, I see Katz is in agreement with that. One last thing on a business note, guys. Hold on. Somebody's causing a background noise. One last thing on a business note would be, okay. Please remember, network marketing is a team sport. You cannot do the business in isolation. You've got to use us for 3 ways, or a capable upline, or even a cross line. So we got to support each other more. You got to use team members to help you to share information, to validate, to share their testimonies with prospects. You got to be doing more, Facebook Lives together, more supporting of each other's posts and commenting on each other's posts. Network marketing is a team sport. Remember that. If you try to call me and you can't get me, keep trying. Don't call and just say, oh, I can't, she's too hard to reach. No, you don't give up that easily. Keep texting and keep calling until you get through. If I can't do it, I'll say, hey, call somebody else. But whatever you need to make sure you get what it is that you need, okay? So with that said, my number is 443-864-9440. I love three-way calls. So does Dr. Darrell. But we got capable people on here. Cassandra, even if you're not on her team, she's available. I bet you she would share something about the product. I bet you, Coach Danita, you need to get her a number. I bet you she would share her testimony, how she's using the tea to keep off the 185 pounds lost. Man, I'm telling you, it's a powerful testimony. Doris, so I've been saying she's 76. She corrected me. 79 years young, she told me, in the gym, doing what she's doing, helping and serving people. That's right. Big ups to Doris. Man, you got some other people, that age group, you need to use her to fire them up. You guys got what I'm saying? So let's connect with and support and help each other. And with that is 9:58, so we're going to conclude this. I'm going to go ahead and upload it. And in fact, I will see you, Doris, in 1 hour at the gym. All right, guys, I love you all. Have a great day. Oh, and remember, you are more powerful than you know. Yes. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, everyone. Love you all.
Have a great day.